Assalamualaikum, we are Group 1. This is our project development of Sunshine City at Kuala Terengganu.
Project rationale for the development of Sunshine City at Kuala Terengganu is shifted towards the proposed reclamation area, which can be carried out immediately to provide high-end mixed-use developments and to ensure its fully development in the next 5 to 10 years' time before developing the port area into a prime harbour residential community hub. The goal of the project is to, by taking advantage of the urbanization trend and carrying out the reclamation, Kuala Terengganu can also provide functional land space suitable for mixed-use development. The project size is said to be 105 acres of reclamation area to be filled up to a platform level, and an estimated volume of 5 million meter per cube sand is required. The project cost is said to be 50 billion Malaysian ringgit for the reclamation works and about 15 billion Malaysian ringgit for the infrastructure and transport planning works. The project manpower requirement is mainly shifted towards male workers, which are 1,000 employees and workers, since the work is mainly physically important.
There are a lot of applicable policy, law and guidelines related to this case study, but I'll be giving two of each. So the first one will have guidelines. The purpose of this guideline is to guide the project proponent and qualified person in order to prepare AIA report. So the first guideline is Environmental Impact Assessment, Guideline for Land Reclamation and Dredging 2020. Then we have Environmental Impact Assessment Guideline in Malaysia 2016. For regulation, it includes the detail of the decision-making process for assessing the environmental impact of the proposed development on the environment. So the first one, we have Environmental Quality Schedule Waste Regulation 2005, Amendment up to 2015. Then we have Environmental Quality Clean Air Regulation 2014. Last but not least, we have law. Law is to establish standard, maintaining order, resolving dispute, and also protecting liberty and right. First, we have Environmental Quality Act 1974, Act 1 to 7, and then we have Forestry Act 1984, Revised Act 1993.
Baseline study that we have to consider in our case study from biological aspect is terrestrial, flora and fauna, ESA, vegetation survey, fauna survey, wetland assessment, also contaminant assessment, soil contamination and groundwater contamination. From physical aspects such as land use, such as past land use practices, previous disturbances, industrial activities, and also we have topography, geology, hydrogeology, soils and terrain, and also water. From environmental aspect, we have air quality, water quality, noise, vibration and nuisance, hydrological and hydrogeological data for surface water, groundwater, and also hydrological. From socio-economic aspect, we have demography, land ownership, development needs and potential, infrastructure facilities, economic activities, and the last one is socio-economic. And last but not least, the cultural baseline study like cultural resources, archaeological site.
Possible environmental effect, resource depletion and pollution. Construction relies heavily on the extraction and processing of raw materials such as timber and concrete. This extraction process can lead to significant environmental degradation, including deforestation and habitat loss. During the construction phase, the project consumes a considerable amount of energy, primarily from fossil fuel. This not only depletes non-renewable resources but also results in the emission of greenhouse gases, habitat disruption and biodiversity loss. Clearing land for construction destroys natural habitats, leading to the displacement of real life and fragmentation of ecosystem. This disruption can have several consequences for local biodiversity, including the decline or extinction of certain species. Noise and dust generated by construction activities further disrupt real life, affecting their behavior and breeding patterns. For instance, loud noise can drive animals away from the habitat, while dust can harm plants and reduce air quality.
To ensure sustainable development and minimize environmental impact, we propose several measures. Firstly, sustainable sourcing involves selecting suppliers committed to sustainability using supply chain mapping to identify risks and opportunities. Next, a water management system like attenuation pond will manage to treat runoff and reducing the pollution. Next, a wildlife protection will include constructing bypasses and refuges alongside rehabilitation plans to restore habitats post-construction. Next, erosion control will be achieved with blankets and terracing to stabilize soil and prevent erosion, and lastly, emission controls on industrial facilities and vehicles will reduce pollutants and noise barrier, will mitigate noise pollution in affected areas. These measures collectively aim to promote environmental responsibility and sustainability.
In sampling location, we choose 4 types of sampling to control the pollution from the Sunshine City project. In the sampling location, we take note of the sampling parameter, sampling method, sampling frequency and sampling coordinate. The first sampling is water sampling and the location of the sampling is radius minimum of 5 km from the construction. Parameter and the method for the water sampling is based on APHA guidelines. Next, for soil quality parameter, we follow the guidelines of US EPA standard and collect such as a pH, nutrient level and soil contaminant level and frequency sampling around 2 to 3 years. And the result will be compared to the baseline and US EPA standard. For noise quality sampling, parameter for sampling sites such as equivalent continuous sound level, statistical index and maximum noise level used for sampling continuous day-night sampling as guideline specified in EIA. We place the noise instruments at the residence, school and hospital to get the accurate data. Last sampling that we measure is the air sampling. The method that we use is portable pump and sampling frequency is 24 hours per week. Parameter that we use in this method is particulate matter and the result will be compared to the baseline Malaysian Air Quality Guidelines RMAQC to make sure that the pollution produced not contradict with the EIA regulation law. This sampling method is very important to control the pollution that will be created by the project proposed and not contradict with the regulation law. And this is the reference from our report. Thank you.